Hey guys, Jeffrey from Headstrong Training Systems here. Today we're going to be looking at the bench press, and in particular we're going to be examining the role of gravity during the eccentric phase of the bench press. So I've probably said gravity and I'm probably very confused about how gravity is linked to the bench press. Now what I mean by that is basically during the eccentric phase of the bench press, so where that is basically the lowering of the barbell from a starting position at point A, so starting position over your shoulders, to point B on the chest. How does gravity play a role in impacting that? So you're probably starting to piece together what I mean by that already, but basically because I've got the barbell above me, if I was to let go of the barbell, I think we can all know what happens. See that? See how as I let go of the barbell and I stop giving strength and stop giving force up, the barbell will drop. The barbell will drop uncontrollably because gravity is pulling down that barbell onto my chest. Now if I was to just basically let that barbell drop without building tension, without any tightness, look what it looks like. So it hits my chest at a very fast rate and a very uncontrollable speed. So how that impacts us is basically, if say I've got an empty barbell right now, 20 kilos, and I was to lower that barbell controllably, hit the chest, drive up, that's where the barbell will still be 20 kilos. But if I was to let gravity take over and impact my eccentric, it will actually dump the barbell at a fast rate. It builds up momentum, it accelerates into my chest because of gravity pulling it down. When that barbell hits my chest, it's not going to be 20 kilos, it's going to be a lot heavier because of the momentum it's generated. And I'm going to have to work extra hard, I'm going to have to work harder to first stop that momentum, to stay tight, and then drive back again. Because you can imagine that basically, say this is my position, if I was to just let the barbell drop and dump onto my chest, sit that extra force there, I have to fix that up, I have to gain that tightness back, and then I'm able to drive up. So basically, what I'm trying to say is if gravity is allowed to accelerate the barbell and drop that onto your chest with all that momentum uncontrollably, it's going to make the lift a lot harder. So that's why the topic of this video today is to give you guys something to think about, which is basically the speed of how you're dropping during the eccentric phase. Now I want to make a clarification. I don't care how fast that drop is, I don't care how slow that drop is, I don't care about speed at all actually. So I think speed was a bad word to use. Basically all I care about is, are you able to stay tight during that lift? So I don't want you doing like a 10-second tempo, because then you'll be way too slow, you fatigue yourself, and I don't want you just letting that barbell drop onto you super fast, because we know what will happen, the gravity will take over. I want the eccentric phase of the movement to be controlled. You want to be dropping the barbell at a rate, so you essentially during the drop you always want to be applying force back up to stay tight. The goal is to drop the barbell at a rate that is controlled, tight and stable, because we want to drop it fast enough at a rate that we're able to use our stretch reflex to generate force and power back up, but not too fast that it becomes uncontrolled and it becomes actually contradictory to be that fast. So to summarize today's video, basically the speed that you should drop the barbell during the eccentric should be at a controlled rate. You should be able to control the rate where you're able to stay tight, you don't leak any tightness during the drop. So like it's pretty obvious when you do leak tightness, it basically gets to the chest, there's like a rebound there, and then you have to work to stabilize it then before you can drop. So it's a controlled touch, it's a stable touch. As soon as you touch, you're able to stay tight, stay isometric straight away. There's no movement shaking around, and then from there you're able to drive straight away. So that's the optimal eccentric speed we're looking at on the bench press. Now basically what that looks like is, as I'm lowering the barbell during the eccentric phase, there's no movement, there's no secondary bouncing movement like that, like that, like that, like that. So basically what I'm trying to get at is, when I drop that barbell onto the chest, there's no rebound or secondary movement. So this is secondary movement and then driving. So basically at that touch, it's tight straight away. So that's all from me today guys, hopefully that's helpful for you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.